the longest running online radio show on the iPower Evening Show. DeMarco J on Pretty Ricky and Rafael Castro.
What's your beef?
What's your vent? Tell us why you mad.
Let's talk about it during Express Your Mind. It's the Monday Rant. Right here, right now.
iPower Evening Show.
iPower Evening Show.
Good evening, everyone. DeMarco, Ricky, and Rafael in the building. This is Express Your Mind doubleheader on the IPES. Yes, during the second hour. We do this every Monday and Wednesday. All right, it's time for the Monday Rant on Express Your Mind. You get to rant for 45 seconds. That's enough for you to rant and get whatever's off your chest. All right, here's my Monday Rant. When are people going to wake up and realize that Trump is the biggest criminal in United States history? How can this man claim that he's not committed any crimes under the Constitution? The situation with Turkey and Syria. And it's no secret that there's a boss above Trump, who we all know is Putin from Russia. This is rich white privilege at its best. Because if this was President Obama that's doing all these law breaking down in Washington, Mitch McConnell would have had Obama impeached in a heartbeat. That's the problem with Orange 45. When he and his administration are caught red-handed, Obama becomes the scapegoat.
Well, you don't expect Trump to blame any of his base inside his administration.
No.
So of course they're going to use President Obama as a scapegoat. They're going to find some black man to take the fall, even though Obama's been out of office 2 years ago.
Right.
All right, here's my rant. Once again, some white racist bigots who think they are emboldened under Trump can do whatever the hell they want to black people in this country. Who ever heard this at a Smithsonian African American Museum down in Washington, D.C., when an angry racist prick who got no respect for any black humanity spitting on a patron after visiting the museum that features the history of what black people has done for this country?
When was black people, African Americans, respected in this country ever?
Never.
Throughout all these years, African Americans can never get the respect of white supremacy ever. Whether during the good or bad times, black folks try to lift up ourselves. That's something that we as black folks will never see in this country. And that's the word respect from all white society.
Yeah, right.
Are you kidding me? Like the brother Van Lathan said, we will never be equal to our white counterparts.
Nope.
Go ahead, Sandro. Your rant.
All right. What I don't get from these mofos still doing this crap that it became such a norm here in New York City. I'm talking about this continuous senseless assault game called the knockout game, where elderly people are being sucker punched from out of nowhere. I mean, seriously? That's somebody's grandmother that has been on this earth long before you have. And what kind of accomplishment do you get beating up old people?
I see no accomplishment of that.
No.
I mean, how does that make me feel to just walk up on an elderly person who I don't even know from a can of paint and just knock their ass down to the ground and possibly fracturing their skull? I feel no accomplishment out of that.
Me
None
neither.
whatsoever. I mean, what would have happened if that was your grandmother getting her ass knocked out like that?
Right.
Idiots who are doing this out of hate on senior citizens, thinking that can never happen to their own grandmother. But it's okay to knock out somebody else's grandmother.
Man, I might have went to jail if somebody did that to my grandmother. I would have beat their ass for knocking out my grandmother like that. I mean, I thought this so-called knockout game died down several years ago.
No.
You telling me they brought it back?
No.
Nah, the knockout game is so popular in NYC and some other cities across the country.
Right.
I don't know why. It's sad to see innocent people getting seriously injured over this knockout game. I would lose it if that was my grandmother sucker punched like that for no reason, just for minding her own goddamn business.
For real.
God rest her soul.
All right, what is your take? It's the Monday Rant. You got 45 seconds to rant. It's the EYM. Let's go to the phone lines.
iPower 1 FM. Call and express your mind.
Express your mind.
Join the conversation now on the iPower Evening Show.
Stacey J, you're next to iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Stace.
Yo, Stacey J, represent hip-hop.
How you doing, Stace?
What's up there, bro?
You
Stacy!
got 45 seconds to rant. Go.
Yo, it's sad that this girl from Framingham, Massachusetts got murdered by her boyfriend in this recent domestic violence incident, leaving that girl's body for dead, cut off his ankle bracelet, and then went about his business back to Boston. Now both families are divided, blaming both sides that it's their fault. The fact of the matter is that he killed a woman who he claimed that he loved. But like what Tina Turner says in her song, what's love got to do with this? You feel what I'm saying?
Not a damn thing.
Love don't got anything to do with what he did to that poor girl, where her family and loved ones are grieving her loss.
Hell no.
I saw that video at the court where both families were pointing fingers at each other. Never mind, we have a victim who just lost her life to domestic violence.
Well, he's going to be be thinking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he won't be getting out of prison no time soon.
No.
And I hope the family of that girl gets some kind of justice over the senseless BS,
Right.
hitting and killing your girlfriend out of love.
What love?
That's what I'm saying.
I hate when these guys tell their girlfriends how much they love them after these guys done beat their girlfriends or their wives' ass.
What's
That ain't
love got to do with that?
Not to me, it ain't.
Come on.
For real.
Clarence, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Clarence.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up there, bro?
Hey, what up, Clarence?
You got 45 seconds to rant. Go.
Yeah, this country is so effed up right now, where the police can do whatever the hell they want to black people in this country. Recently, the police was trying to frame this black teenager for minding his own business in his own house, and the police just barged in unannounced without a search warrant, falsely arresting this teenager, never told the boy what he was arrested for, without the knowledge of their mama present in their own house. I mean, these pigs claimed that they were looking for a missing girl, so they checked the crib where the teen was living, automatically call him a suspect.
Yeah. The same old BS. You fit the description of a young black man in the disappearance of a little girl. Notice how the cop always points towards young black males who they see as criminals. And I keep telling y'all, some of these rogue and racist cops sees your black skin as a threat, as a crime, as a terrorist, as a total menace to society.
Of course.
And I think it was Stefan who said last week that some of these officers, police officers on the force, are not trying to make law enforcement as a career.
Right.
If they can kill one Negro, that's an accomplishment. And now they can resign or be fired from the force and be like, I killed a job well done. As sick as that may sound.
That is so effed up.
Wow. Pete Sonny, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Pete Sonny.
Black Cat Pete Sonny on the loose.
How you doing, Pete?
Hey, what's up there, bro?
Hey, what up, Pete?
You got 45 seconds to rant. Go.
Yes, brothers, it's time for this racist to be impeached out the White House. Donald Trump is the biggest criminal in American history, that he can do no wrong. It's like he's saying that he's the perfect president. No. Trump does not care about this country. He never has. This is about fascism. He wants to be treated as a king instead of a president, working for his boy Putin back in Russia. He supports Russia's interference with the 2020 election and ignoring the United States Constitution.
Pete Sonny, their president, not ours, who wants to take this country back to the 1950s.
Yep.
Right now, there are too many criminals in his administration. From Mike Pence to his sons to Ivanka Trump to Giuliani. Every single one of them.
Right.
They're all criminals.
Todos.
None of them ain't innocent.
Yep,
None.
not one.
They don't give a damn about the Constitution that they claim that they care so much.
They don't.
Trump is too much of a dumbass to see that. And Mark Zuckerberg, the creator of Facebook, what an ass. He couldn't even answer the questions that Congresswoman Maxine Waters, AOC, Ayanna Presley were asking him about preventing these hackers from setting up these fake Facebook accounts and ads.
Right.
Like these Russian hackers did during the 2016 presidential election.
Hey, if there's a will, then there's a way that these Russian hackers will try to lure Trump supporters to a fake Facebook account that they set up to be involved in the 2020 election.
Right.
And Moscow Mitch won't even bring up a bill to a vote to prevent these Russians from hacking into our U.S. election department again, just to give Trump another second term in the White House. Hey, don't say I didn't warn y'all.
Mike, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Mike.
How are ya?
How you doing,
What's
Mike?
going on there, sir?
Yeah, what's up,
You
dude?
got 45 seconds to rant. Go.
Yes, I was so rudely interrupted by Stefan Mason's race baiting last week. It's no wonder why Trump will win again in 2020. On to other news. What about the black guy called the Subway Menace in New York City, named Isaiah Thompson, charged with another assault, this time attacking an innocent white female passenger at a New York subway station. He has been arrested 18 times since 2016, surfing on the train while it was moving, slashed an innocent passenger in the face as he was getting off the train, pulling the emergency brakes on the train. My question is, why is this black suspect not charged with a hate crime hurting this white lady at the subway station? What would have happened if that train was moving? He would have been charged with murder. How do you explain this one, since you guys in there like to cry about race?
Because it wasn't a hate crime, Mike. I also looked at that video, and that disturbed person was in cry for help and needed to be evaluated and sent to Bellevue Hospital here in New York for mental health treatment.
Right.
Because if this young man keeps going this way, he's really gonna kill somebody and winds up in prison for life.
I saw the video too, and I didn't see no hate crime because he was shoving black passengers as well in that video.
Yes, he was.
Rashawn, you're next to iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Rashawn.
Hey, what up, DeMarco? What up, Ricky? What up, Raphael?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up there, bro?
Hey, what up, Rayshawn?
You got 45 seconds to rant. Go.
Yeah, knowing that I currently
reside in Brockton. I was in my own stomping ground, Roxbury, the other day, going to my sister's house when I passed through Dudley Square in Roxbury, about to gentrify that area, as white people are slowly moving in. They building a condo right there in Roxbury for wealthy white folks, and probably have one condo unit for a token black family when they do move in, so the owners and the landlord don't think that they are racist or discriminating. They're already narrowing the streets near Dudley Station just to make it nice and pretty for white folks. They don't want to be reminded of the ghetto where black and brown folks lived in that Roxbury section for decades, and seeing that they opened up a hotel near Washington Street. That seems like gentrification has already came. Later, my brothers.
Thanks, Rashawn. And you wonder why I hate today's Boston. This is not the Boston of old.
Nope.
My Boston that I know had an elevated orange line strolling on Washington Street.
Yes.
That was my Boston.
Right.
Not this Boston today. I can never get used to today's Boston.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, I heard. I haven't been in Boston in 2 years since me and my wife moved to Staten Island in New York. People be telling me back in Boston that Dudley Square down in Roxbury gonna be white 5 years from now due to gentrification.
Right.
Marty Walsh has been for gentrification.
Right.
Just like Mayor Bill de Blasio here in NYC.
Yes.
Some of y'all Negroes in Roxbury are not Mayor Walsh's main concern.
No.
I don't know about the rest of Roxbury and Boston, but white people just want Dudley Square for themselves as their gentrification gold mine.
Right.
See, Dudley Square is a gold mine for white corporate bankers. Harlem, New York is a perfect example. That's been gentrified since Hillary Clinton moved in there as a resident.
Yeah.
As white people started taking over half of Harlem.
This is why I can't love this city of Boston today.
Can't blame you.
Our memories, our childhood is gone.
That's sad.
New York still got their elevated subways.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm here in this city instead of over there. I don't know that Boston. I'm
real.
sorry.
Oh, you ain't never lied.